Here are 20 examples from the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that highlight his role as a peacemaker. 1. The Treaty of Hudaybiyah, 628 CE. The Prophet, peace be upon him, negotiated a peace treaty with the Quraysh, despite its seemingly unfavorable terms for Muslims, prioritizing long-term peace over immediate gains. 2. The conquest of Mecca, 630 CE. When the Prophet, peace be upon him, entered Mecca victoriously, he forgave his former enemies, including those who had persecuted him and his followers for years, declaring a general amnesty. 3. The Constitution of Medina. The Prophet, peace be upon him, drafted a treaty between the Muslim and non-Muslim inhabitants of Medina, ensuring peaceful coexistence and mutual protection for all groups, including Jews and pagans. Resolution of the Black Stone Dispute. Before prophethood, Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, resolved a major conflict between Meccan tribes regarding who would place the Black Stone in the Kaaba. He proposed a fair solution where all tribes shared the honor. Peacemaking between the Aus and Khazraj tribes. Upon his arrival in Medina, the Prophet, peace be upon him, helped resolve decades of hostilities between the two major tribes of Medina, the Aus and Khazraj, thus uniting them under the banner of Islam. Encouraging forgiveness. The Prophet, peace be upon him, encouraged Muslims to forgive others, even their enemies. After the Battle of Uhud, despite personal loss, he prayed for the forgiveness of those who had caused harm. After the Battle of Badr, the Prophet, peace be upon him, showed mercy by allowing prisoners to be ransomed, and some were even freed without any compensation, encouraging their peaceful integration into society. When a Bedouin came to the Prophet, peace be upon him, and harshly demanded repayment of a loan, the Prophet's response was calm and patient, setting an example of how to deal with hostility through kindness. The Prophet, peace be upon him, often prayed for the guidance of his enemies, including individuals like Umar ibn al-Khattab and Abu Sufyan, who later became devoted Muslims. Advocating for kindness to neighbors. The Prophet, peace be upon him, encouraged treating neighbors with kindness and respect, whether they were Muslim or non-Muslim, promoting peaceful and harmonious relations in the community. Halting hostility in Ta'if. Despite being mistreated and physically harmed during his visit to Ta'if, the Prophet, peace be upon him, did not seek revenge. Instead, he prayed for the people of Ta'if and hoped for their future guidance. Within households. Prohibition of revenge and blood feuds. The Prophet, peace be upon him, worked to end the cycle of revenge and blood feuds in Arabia, preaching that forgiveness and reconciliation were better than seeking vengeance. Helping to prevent famine in Mecca. During a time of famine, despite his previous conflict with the Quraysh, the Prophet, peace be upon him, sent provisions to Mecca to help its inhabitants, showcasing his commitment to the well-being of all people. The case of hypocrites in Medina. When Abdullah ibn Ubay, a prominent hypocrite, insulted the Prophet, peace be upon him, many Muslims wanted to take punitive action. However, the Prophet, peace be upon him, chose to forgive him and maintained peace within the community. Promoting brotherhood. among Muslims. After the migration to Medina, the Prophet, peace be upon him, established bonds of brotherhood between the Muhajirun, or migrants, and the Ansar, or helpers, promoting unity and harmony among the Muslims. After the conquest of Mecca, Hind bint Utbah, who had mutilated the body of the Prophet's uncle Hamza, sought forgiveness. The Prophet, peace be upon him, forgave her, demonstrating magnanimity and peace over retribution. The Prophet, peace be upon him, entered into peace agreements with several Jewish tribes in Medina, ensuring mutual protection and peaceful coexistence. Justice could flourish. These examples illustrate Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, dedication to promoting peace, compassion, forgiveness, and justice in both personal and communal matters. His approach consistently prioritized peaceful solutions over conflict, making him a true model for peacemaking.